Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. So Tesla has released version 13 of their full self-driving software, and as Zuck did say, it was looking fire, and we have already seen quite a few people experience the magic of full self-driving version 13, and yes, it does look fire, bringing them from their garage to a parking spot without doing anything but push one button to start the Robotaxi-like drive. This is on a whole new level.
Oh my god.
So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. Srihari, that works for Tesla, wrote on X, "Hope you all like the new brain update. One step closer to all human input is error, with a button to start driving autonomously and experience the magic." And magic it is. This looks so extremely smooth as well. And we could also see in the release note that it is basically getting to Robotaxi levels, as it can now start from park with just a push of a button, just like we saw with the Cybercab. Integrated on park, reverse and park capabilities. And coming updates are going to include support for destination options, including pulling over, parking in the spot, driveway and garage. Then we are basically there with the software that is ready for Robotaxi service. So this is getting so close to Robotaxi level that it's basically there. As they also wrote, point-to-point autonomous transport under supervision. This isn't the future, it's the present. And the improvement we have seen of this system's capabilities throughout 2024 has just been absolutely mind-boggling. No wonder that Tesla has been very confident on their full self-driving through the whole year. And what they showed off at the We Robot event with the Cybercab, where you just pushed the button and the car took you to your destination and parked itself. Well, that is basically here now with version 13, as Dirty Tesla also showed off. As he wrote on X, first drive of a full self-driving version 13.2. Full self-driving put itself into drive, drove out of my garage, drove on the snow-covered dirt road and took me to my destination with no help, and then parked itself in a parking spot. And as you can see, the road is also covered with snow where it found a parking space, and just look at how smooth it is driving. It's just insane. And as Chris ended his video off with saying, "Oh my god."
Oh my god.
Exactly, because what his Tesla just did there was a complete Robotaxi drive from start to finish, and it was even starting from within a garage. Chris just pushed a button to start the drive, just as we saw with the Cybercab test drive, right? You pushed the button and the Cybercab drove you to the destination, and Chris did the same thing. He had found his destination in the navigation and then just pushed a button to start driving. And it made the drive on snowy dirt roads, normal roads, through the cities with no intervention at night. And the car drove that trip as smooth and good as any human. Even though the car would not be able to do it the other way around, it would not be able to drive into the garage just yet, but as we could see in the release note, that is coming in a future update. An AI driver also shared his Tesla parking at a Tesla supercharger. As he wrote, full self-driving 13 navigates the parking lot, then backs itself into a supercharger stall. Just amazing. And he also shared this video of full self-driving version 13 making a 3-point turn for a dead-end street, showing that if a Tesla are getting stuck in a dead-end street, they can now get themselves out of the trouble. And Hallmark's catalog did the same kind of test, and the car found its way. And again, just look at the smoothness of the car. There is no jerking of the steering wheel anymore. Everything is just so buttery smooth. As AI Driver also wrote, the steering wheel jitter is gone. Also in very complicated situations like this one, but it handles the heavy traffic and the difficult navigation it has to do with ease and very, very smooth. And Holmas also shared this little video of the car getting out of a parking lot, but it also spotted something the humans in the car totally missed.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that person.
Yeah, neither did I.
I said, oh, it's stopping for no reason. Oh, okay, wait, there's actually a pedestrian.
Yes, full self-driving cars are going to reduce the amount of accidents we will have and make the roads so much safer. And Chuck Cook also had that experience of the car seeing better than he did. He didn't even see the human it stopped for at all, so he corrected himself in a voiceover later.
This is just a quick voiceover of a clip I drove last night on version 13. The vehicle stopped for this pedestrian dressed in black at the back of this car that I did not see. In hindsight, it was the correct maneuver. I didn't see that vehicle. And as soon as he started walking away from the road, the car proceeded with caution. So this is just another example of FSD 13 having a little bit visibility better than me.
Yes, full self-driving is driving as well or even better as most humans already. It still makes mistakes, but those mistakes are getting eliminated faster than anyone can keep up with. Especially other automotive car companies can keep up with. And now even Tesla shared why Tesla's full self-driving is so completely different from anyone else on the planet, as I have explained thousands of times, and said you cannot compare someone like Waymo or Baidu to Tesla, as the underlying technology is completely different, as Tesla also wrote on X. The difference between full self-driving supervised and other autonomous solution is that full self-driving works anywhere in the US and Canada for now, even in places the car has never seen before. It interacts with the world just like a human do, using vision and neural nets. It doesn't rely on pre-mapped areas or expensive equipment. If you can drive somewhere, full self-driving supervised can too. Yes, and with the rate of improvement we have seen through the year, I have very little doubt that we will see full self-driving unsupervised in 2025 as Tesla has promised. And that will change the whole perception of Tesla, the company. As yes, Elon has been predicting this for every year for the last 7 years, but now we have been seeing Tesla's improvement coming rapidly, and they have not seen any local maximum, as Elon calls it, where the progress suddenly tapers off. It just keeps getting better and better and faster as they get more cars on the road and going to turn on more compute power in 2025. This will not slow down, quite the opposite. So give it another 6 months and I think we will see a system that makes fewer mistakes than us humans do. And yes, the boy has been screaming wolf for 7 years. But in the story about the boy that screams wolf, well, it does end with the wolf actually coming, right? And eventually we will also get full self-driving cars. It just took a bit longer to figure out than originally thought. But what we are seeing now with version 13 is just so close to Robotaxi level that another 6 months should get us there. So, as Huck did say just before the release, that version 13 was fire, and it really looks like it is. If people still don't believe the full self-driving unsupervised is coming in 2025, I don't know what else will convince them. But when we will get to unsupervised full self-driving, then everyone will be able to see with their own eyes that Tesla has actually solved one of the hardest problems we humans has ever undertaken. And that should put the trust back in Tesla. I think 2025 could be a 2020 moment, because that was when Tesla became profitable for the first time, and all the doubters was wrong that said that Tesla would go bankrupt but would never get to profitability. And then Tesla came into the S&P 500, and it was simply just a game over for the doubters, as Tesla was profitable and the stock skyrocketed, as the S&P 500 had to buy a lot of stock of Tesla. And I do understand why people doubt that Tesla will solve full self-driving when Elon has been promising it for the last 7 years. But when we will get it, I think we will see the same thing happen again with Tesla. The doubters will disappear and the trust in Tesla will be reinstated. And then people will probably start to believe that Tesla will actually deliver on all their promises. Maybe not always on time. So I think them getting full self-driving unsupervised will make people believe that yes, of course, Tesla will also bring a very capable humanoid robot to market as well. So even though it might start out in one city or two and ramp up very slowly in the beginning to make sure everything works as intended, people will be able to see that Tesla has solved it and it's time to load up on Tesla, as we just seen Brad Gerstner do. And that will probably make the stock shoot up again like it did in 2020 after they got into the S&P 500. And then car companies also have to start to decide quite quickly if they should keep spending billions of dollars in R&D for full self-driving cars or simply just partner with Tesla to get their software. As we will then all be able to see what the future of the car industry will look like and who will dominate it. As Tesla also wrote on X, you kids will probably never have to learn to drive. Yep, I have 2 young boys that are 7 and 10 years old. I have already told them they will probably never have to learn to drive a car, as the cars will be driving us around very soon. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.